Welcome back to Celebrity Harvey TV. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Let's have a moment of devotion because we're going to give praises to the Most High at all times. So, and don't forget to click like, share, subscribe so you can, keep up with the content on my page and, support it. Thank you. So, thank you, Yahweh, for giving us our eyes to see and our ears to hear, as well as another day to see again. Thank you for your continuous protection from all evil eye and the spirit of discernment to be able to see and recognize. Thank you for continuing to give us much favor over my life and blessings and protection. All these praises in your name, Yahweh. Amen. So, today, we're going to talk about, for real, what is the proper, let me see, make sure I say it right. No, we got the pink book. What's the proper age gap for dating and marriage? Of course, that has to be the subject because it's just too much going on with what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. So, me, myself, yes, I've dated people that was way out of my age range. Not that it was like really something that I even knew was appropriate or inappropriate, but as I grew older, I found out like, no. And then at the time too, at the adolescence age, I don't know, I didn't have nothing in common with them people that was that age. So, but did I learn a lot? Did I have major experiences, impacting major experiences because I was dealing with people that was way older than me? Yes, life-changing experiences. So, we're going to get into it because, as you know, of course, Shannon Sharp just got busted dealing with a 19-year-old girl. And even if it was consensual or non-consensual, it's still the fact that he was way older than her, old enough to be her daddy, uncle daddy. So, with that being said, it's like, yeah, because I don't even want to date nobody my daddy's age. Ugh. And then what I look like taking somebody home my daddy age. Ugh. Like, no. Like, it would have to be so many exceptions to the rules for me to want to date a man that old. Knowing what I know now, hindsight being 2020. Now, no, I'm not judging anybody because, like I said, I started off. I've done it before. I've definitely. We can get into it. We gonna get into it because I want to be, vulnerable with y'all. But yes, I've dated people. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, how young was I? Like 17, 18. Dated men that was like in their 20s and like 30s. Maybe even older than that, like 60s. So this is me just being open and honest, like for real. This is, and at first you don't know no better because you were a kid. At the time you really are a kid. You don't know, you're not even an adult because you're still a teenager. You're still in the teens, 19, 17, 18, 20. Okay, wow, not even 6 months or a month. A 20-year-old. Okay, I'm not even a whole full year a 21-year-old. Okay, I'm not even a whole full year a 22-year-old. So even at those years, at those ages from 13 all the way to, because that's when teens start, from 13 all the way to 25, really, you do have some type of awakening between 23, like 21 to 23, some type of maturity. You should have that type of maturity growth spurt. Some people don't. Some people get it later, but I was raised, they taught me you better get it now than later. You're better off getting it now than later because you get it later, then you'll be better off further in life if you understand what's going on around you, per se, so it's just like, I'm happy that, I grew into knowing what's best and basically, I'm not. Today, any man that I'm with right now is in my age range. Within an 8 to 10 year bracket, let's say that. So and even maybe less than that. Maybe within the same class of high school as me, class of '04. Let's just be clear. Yes. So, I don't know. I don't think that people should be really so much ridiculing, more so trying to see why and what makes a person date a person that's way older than them, like, or way younger than them. What's in the psyche? What's in the mind? What are they looking for? What void are they feeling? Because trust me, it's way deeper than that. Some people think, oh, they just do it for money. Oh, they just did it for this. Oh, they just did it for sex. Oh, they just did it for that. Or maybe I shouldn't use that word on YouTube. I'm sorry. They just did it for X. You know, I don't know what these happy fun or whatever word to use. I gotta think of some other words to use for these other things, because I heard we can't be saying stuff like that on YouTube. So, and that's not even a vulgar word in the sense of genetics. So, yeah. However, I just think that I couldn't even say to each his own, because it is a time and place for everything, and it is, you know, something that's appropriate. Yeah. You know, what does a 60-year-old man want with an 18-year-old girl? What does an 18-year-old girl want with a 60-year-old man? What does, you know, what they would call a cougar, older lady, a 50-year-old woman want with a 20-year-old man? Or a 15-year-old boy, like how you see these teachers out here messing with these kids, you know what I mean? These female teachers, even these guy teachers and coaches and stuff. Like, I remember high school, yes, the coaches was messing with the girls on the track team. That's why I quit track, because I wasn't finna do none of that with the coach. Because first of all, your wife is the principal, and when I get in trouble and sent to the principal office, I gotta get your wife in the face, and I know her business because it's just too much. Like, growing up in LA was a lot. So, you know, even though we was kids, we was still in grown situations as kids growing up. And I know that's not just in LA, that's probably all over. You know, kids are put in adult situations. That's most likely why 9 times out of 10 kids end up dating adults. Let's just be clear. Kids be in adult situations, and that's why kids end up dating adults. And then, you know, they have to start off early to help with family situations and things like that, or, you know, looking for what they would call love in all the wrong places, or a shoulder to lean on, which is somebody else says a lingo is a something to sit on, you know. So it's like, you know, it's so many ways where a young woman or a young man could get into the arms of a mature person, which could be predatory, or more say like not for anybody's good, like just for like, you know, because the young person don't really know the intentions of the older person. The older person will have to really have pure intentions, because the younger person that hasn't lived that many years, even if they've been through so many different situations as far as like a rough upbringing or grew up fast and grew up young, they still don't have the wisdom of that mature person. It's chess, not checkers. So it's like, it don't matter how street smarts, how much this young person grew up, how much whatever, it still don't have the wisdom of this mature person. Trust. Like, I know from experience. That's why I can even speak on it. Like, and even with me, I'm still young, even being as young as I am. So me being as young as I am, I can't be going around trying to date nobody that's, even at this age, 60, 70, 50, even, let me tell you, for me, even a person that's like, I don't even want to say 45, because that's pushing it. 45 is cool. 45 is cool. 45 is not old. 45 is not old. 45 is not old. 46 is not old. For me, anybody that's past 48 that's too old. Even 48 is too old, because you know you're almost 50. And if you're 50 and you try to date me, or you want to be with me and you playing games, you gotta come with it. Period. Else move along, like for real. Don't be pushing 50, half of 100, and you're playing games. So we're gonna get the age gap together. Tell me what you think in the comments about, you know, what's appropriate, what's not appropriate. I would like to hear it, okay? It was really nice talking with y'all. I'll see you again. Toodles.